That's the question, Bill. How close is the president to losing the support of his own party, and how nervous are Republicans getting about Iraq as they look forward to the 2008 election?
Well, they're plenty nervous, as elected officials often are. They're being extremely stupid. I mean, the idea that they will get credit for deserting the war at this point. They voted for the war. They voted to fund the war. Now they're going to, what, vote for withdrawal, for surrender, and have the whole country dissolve into chaos and have parts of Anbar become a terrorist sanctuary. And then they're going to go to the voters, Republican congressmen, in 2008 and say, hey, re-elect us. We voted for the war. We voted to support the war. Then we voted to snatch defeat out of what are potentially the jaws of victory. It's a ridiculous political calculation as well as a dishonorable one by those Republicans who are thinking of jumping ship. I think they can be beaten back with a strong campaign of explaining what's really happening on the ground in Iraq and a real explanation of what the consequences of defeat would be. But the Democrats are behaving terribly, but the Republicans are behaving foolishly. Some of them.
I mean, you just want to play politics just all along. I mean, maybe it's that they're acknowledging a reality of what's taking place on the ground and saying that this isn't working. And Mr. President, it appears that not only are you not listening to the generals on the ground, you're not listening to the American people, and therefore there has to be a change because we're acting in the best interest of America as American representatives on Capitol Hill, be we Republicans or Democrats. And that's why you get, it's not just that they're saying there's a problem here, they're saying let's look at some options. They're saying let's, John Warner talking about let's look at realistic benchmarks for change. You get people talking about some of the congressmen who were involved with the Tuesday meeting at the White House saying, let's look at the Iraq study group again. Let's see if we can get that going. Let's look at some realistic options. Mr. President, do you have a plan B? Mr. President, you lack credibility, so we have to rely now on David Petraeus to come back. Mr. President, what do you expect us to do now that we've been led down this alley and beaten bloody, and we can see it even today in terms of what happened in Iraq yesterday?
Chris, I think that